Here are some JoJo moments that got turned into memes. First up, the kiss steal. After Dio steals Arena's first kiss, he declares, "Your first wasn't with JoJo. It was with me, Dio." Fans loved how extra it was, so they turned it into a meme, dropping Dio into random situations to say, "It was me, Dio," wherever you least expect it. Next, Jonathan asks Dio how many people he's killed. Dio just smirks and replies, "How many breads have you eaten in your life?" The sheer absurdity of that comeback made it meme gold. Now fans use it as the ultimate dodge to any question. How many breads have you eaten? And finally, Speedwagon, the hat-throwing tough guy who turned into the Joestar family's most loyal ally. Even without powers, he became such a fan favorite that his name is now a meme for being the true MVP. Now tell which moment is your favorite. Here's every JoJo moment that got turned into a meme. Joseph Joestar edition. First up, when Joseph walks in on Lisa bathing, he says, "Nice!" Fans instantly made it a meme because, well, Lisa is actually his mom, and he didn't know it yet. Next is his famous line, "Runaway Smokey." Nigerundayo! Whenever Joseph's in trouble, he uses the secret Joestar technique, which is just running away. Fans loved it so much, it became one of the most beloved memes in the community. Of course, we can't forget Caesar's tragic death when he's crushed by a rock. Joseph's heartbreaking scream of "Caesar!" was so dramatic that fans couldn't help but meme it. And finally, Joseph predicting everyone's next line. His "your next line is" catchphrase left both his opponents and fans in shock. And it's still one of JoJo's most iconic memes. And your next line is, "I'm going to like this video and sub to this channel." Here's every JoJo moment that got turned into a meme. Stardust Crusaders edition. First up, Jotaro Kujo. During his fight with Dio, when Dio points out their stands are alike, Jotaro replies, "So it's the same type of stand as Star Platinum," before unlocking Time Stop. Fans instantly memed this by giving Jotaro any stand ability imaginable. Next are Avdol and Joseph. During their fight with Mariah, their bodies turn magnetic and get stuck together in some pretty sus ways. Honestly, this scene was doomed to become a meme the moment it aired. Then we have Kakyoin. When Dio's attack punches a hole right through him, fans couldn't resist. They turned his tragic death into the infamous donut meme, just like Ace from One Piece. And finally, Polnareff versus Dio on the stairs. Thanks to the world, no matter how many times Polnareff climbs, he always ends up back at the bottom. One of the funniest JoJo memes ever. Subscribe if you like donuts. JoJo moments that became memes. Diamond is Unbreakable edition. First up, Josuke's hair. Anytime someone insults it, he completely snaps and beats them down with Crazy Diamond. Fans turned it into a meme about being overly protective of something you love. Next, Yo Angelo. After Angelo gets fused into a rock, the townspeople casually greet him with "Yo Angelo." Fans loved how bizarre yet normal it felt, and it became an iconic meme greeting. Then we have Rohan Kishibe and his legendary Daga Kotowaru. Or, "But I refuse." His stylish way of saying no became one of the biggest JoJo meme templates ever. And finally, Buff Josuke. In the early Part 4 manga, Josuke was drawn in the bulky Part 3 style before Araki slimmed him down. Fans couldn't stop joking about how Josuke went from bodybuilder mode to fashion model in just a few chapters. What a crazy, noisy, bizarre anime. JoJo moments that became memes, Yoshikage Kira edition. First up, the ambulance. After Kira's final defeat, he thinks he's escaped, until an ambulance suddenly runs him over. Fans turned it into one of the most unexpected JoJo memes ever. Of course, we can't forget, "I just want a quiet life." The irony of a serial killer wanting peace and quiet made it one of the most quoted JoJo lines. Next, his creepy hand fetish. Kira's obsession with severed women's hands, polishing them, talking to them, even dating them, became one of the strangest yet funniest JoJo memes. And finally, the infamous "I had an erection." When Kira admits how his obsession excites him, fans couldn't resist adding that quote to anything related to hands. Then there's his chilling speech to Shigechi. Kira's long monologue about "my name is Yoshikage" and shit became one of the most famous memes ever. Like and subscribe or Yoshikage Kira will come after you. JoJo moments that became memes. Golden Wind edition. First up, the infamous piss drink. When Giorno got told to drink tea by Abaccio, which was secretly pee, he drank it and turned it into a living being by using Golden Experience, which became a massive meme. Next, Giorno's legendary line, "I, Giorno Giovanna, have a dream." His declaration became one of the most quoted JoJo lines, and fans replaced him and the quote with different characters and quotes. Then there's Bucciarati licking sweat. When he suspects someone is lying, he straight up licks their face to taste their sweat. Fans couldn't believe it, and it instantly became one of the strangest JoJo memes. And finally, the torture dance. When Mr. Narancia and Fugo punishes an enemy, the squad started performing a full-on dance while torturing their enemy, which became one of the best and most iconic moments in JoJo. Like and subscribe or you'd have to drink piss. JoJo moments that became memes, Diavolo and Doppio edition. First up is Doppio and his imaginary phone calls. Instead of using a real phone, Doppio grabs frogs, cigarettes, or even toys and pretends they're cell phones. Fans instantly turned it into one of the funniest JoJo memes. Next, the legendary boss. Doppio constantly panicking and screaming for the boss in dramatic fashion became one of the most beloved running gags in Part 5. Now for the big one, Diavolo's endless death loop. When Giorno activates Gold Experience Requiem, Diavolo gets trapped in infinite deaths, stabbed, crushed, drowned, hit by cars, even waking up in despair only to die again. Fans turned this into one of the greatest JoJo memes ever, the ultimate eternal suffering template. And finally, Doppio's split personality. His innocent, confused self suddenly switching into Diavolo's cold, menacing voice became one of the most iconic and meme transformations in JoJo. Subscribe or you will get stuck in infinite death like Diavolo. JoJo moments that became memes, Stone Ocean edition. First up, the infamous Jolyne masturbating in her cell. She's actually just looking at the moon and masturbating. But the way the scene is drawn made fans instantly meme it as something way more cursed. Next, Jolyne's strip search. When she first arrives at prison, the guards force her to strip naked to break her morale, but she just strips naked without any worry, even confusing the guards. I know this scene is the reason you watch this. Then we've got Jotaro. After the universe reset, Jotaro is redrawn a little differently, and fans noticed how weird he looked. Instead of Jotaro, they started calling him Kutaro, and the name stuck as a meme. Finally, Pucci and Dio. Their relationship, Dio mentoring Pucci, and their strangely close interactions have been memed endlessly, with fans joking that Pucci is Dio's waifu. This was the final part of the series. Let me know what should I do next.